This is a sports catastrophe production. Hey there, Heather, ho there. It's Jeff Gardner welcoming you to another sports catastrophe on this day. And finally, I find something that I can sink my teeth into, and it is in 1966, Reggie Jackson would have been the number one pick in the MLB draft if it weren't for the Mets bungling. Now you may be asking yourself, why am I doing this? One, well, because I couldn't really find anything else that was pure gold and all that. But also because, this is basically a story about the early Mets and their bungling and also race issues. As many people know, we're in a time that basically we're trying to fix all the problems of racism and being indifferent to other people. So anyway, Reggie Jackson was this big star out of Arizona State University, which is one of the best university teams all time in NCAA baseball. Reggie was an icon for the Sun Devils, kind of like Barry Bonds and a few other players too. But anyway, the New York Mets had the number one pick because, they were the worst team in 1965. So the Mets had a clear-cut number one choice, and that was Reggie. If they go for Reggie Jackson, then basically, everything would be A-okay. I mean, their outfield wasn't really set in stone yet. This was not 1969, this was 1965. But the Mets figured that this catcher by the name of Steve Chilcott would help them out at catcher. I mean, when you have a up-and-coming guy like Jerry Grody coming up, maybe you want to back up. But anyway, Chilcott didn't do anything. He didn't make the majors. He didn't even try, as it seemed. However, to be fair, I mean, being a number one draft pick doesn't mean you're automatically in the major leagues and all that. Anyway, the Mets rude to make that pick because the second pick was Kansas City / Oakland, and the A's picked Reggie. Reggie was going to have a great career, especially with the A's. Well, he was a Yankee star too, but I mean, he spent more years with the A's than any other team, than his Yankees and Angels, but as is. So the Mets didn't do that well. And they had a better catcher, Jerry Grody, as I said. The Mets did win the World Series in 1969, so at least they got some kind of reward for their short-term pain. But as is, the problem with the Reggie Jackson situation was that there were rumors floating around and all that, where Mets management didn't want to draft Reggie Jackson. A lot of people said, oh, because he's black. That may have been the case, but there's also the problem that Reggie had a Mexican girlfriend. So basically, in a time when biracial relationships were not really that well received, and this was the 1960s, basically put, Reggie Jackson had problems. Basically he had a Mexican girlfriend. Mets management were simple-minded. Were kind of prejudiced, if you will. And there's no doubt about it. But anyway, yeah, Reggie Jackson showed up the Mets by saying that, I don't need the Mets. I can work out a career by myself. He did, a Hall of Fame career. And basically, the Mets management were mad at themselves. I mean, the Mets moved on with many other black players like Cleon Jones, Tommy Agee, and Don Clendenin. So anyway, I guess with Reggie being so good in his early career, the Mets decided to be a little more open-minded, not close-minded like we all think they are. So anyway, that's the on this day for today. I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.